Okay, my name is Jacob Tan from Business School, and I would like to share about the philosophy of business. And for some few years, I've been thinking about what is the purpose of business. It's actually for stewardship. You know, like the Lord has given us certain amount of money, assets, power, maybe even like physical ability. You know, your two hands or two legs, maybe your mouth to be able to speak, you know, to be eloquent talking, your mind or brain is able to be as liquid as, you know, thinking smartly, and even with wisdom that the Lord gives. That is the crisis asset of all, which is wisdom. And it allows us to be able to believe that we actually are created by God, right? I mean, His ways up there is higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. That's written in the Bible. So there's no way that we as human beings, we are able to surpass whatever our Creator is actually planning for us to do. I remember the story of how King David was trying to build God's temple. And then the Lord just stopped him and said, this is not your part. This is your son's part, Solomon, to build my temple, not yours. So in business, this kind of wisdom and breaks RAM is very, you know, people say in Indonesia bahasa RAM, yeah, it's wisdom, knowing when to go ahead with the business or when to break, you know. And also talking about potential, many young people ask me, what is my potential, you know, or even sometime when I was young, I used to ask my dad, you know, what's my potential, or my mentors. And I thought about potential discovery is more like this. Like if you and me, we are stepping on a springboard, and then you spring upward 100 meters, for example, and then I only spring 50 meters, you know. That means you are in the right potential area for you to spring up higher than I do. Then maybe I have to find another springboard that will spring me up 100 meters or more, you know. I think that is potential. And when we are young, yes, we can discover what are our springboards that we need to step on, you know, for long term, right? Because we don't live forever, so we need to quickly find out our potential, and that's how we find our potential. Likewise, when I'm in education, that's how I find my springboard. That's the reason why I enter into the education field. And talking about surroundings is very important, because when we find the right springboard, the next thing is as we walk along God's way, we need to know whether our surroundings, friends, you know, are they supporting us or guiding us in the right way, or are they making us more into like going to, let's say, nightclubs or whatsoever, you know, that is not actually building our character, you know, and even wasting money over there. You know, so the right group of friends will guide you to say like, hey, you know, you're my friend. Let me tell you the truth, something about you, or where you should go out of, you know, friendship kind of love. I think that is a Christian type of community that they should be in the right community who really build them up morally, and also networking them out to the right person in terms of business, because networking is very important in business. Surrounding is very important. And then last but not least, I would like to emphasize that every entrepreneur should always remember that God created us. We set off on our journey, but one day we must come home. Come home, like for example, for retirees at the age of 65 or above, we need to retire, right? Out of our busy work in the office, working overtime and things, we need to come home, you know. And then who will be at home? Is it a harmonious family, wife, you know, who can hug you and love you, you know, for the rest of the life, and children, you know, who is faithful to God and then obey you? Or you would like to come home with so much money and then like you end up in a broken home, and then you are alone by yourself? I think you wouldn't want to have that. And eventually, when God really calls you, that's the real home that you're going to reach. I think that's the part when, I should say that's the scariest part, you know, that we should be, as business people, we should be accountable. In our life, are we really good stewards for our family, good stewards for our business, or everything else that He has provided for us? I think that's all from me. Thank you.